Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ryan or Darwin Design here, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to find inspiration as an artist or get out of those beloved creative slumps that we all unfortunately have to go through. I mean, there's not a definitive answer to this, obviously, but I think there are some things which I can recommend to push you in the right direction. Yeah, I think it all starts with just being active on social media, whether that's on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook if you're 65 and up. But I mean, just anywhere where you can be exposed to other people's artwork, I think is going to be very beneficial to you. Whether that's for me, I guess in particular, basketball and football artwork is what I guess specialize in. So being able to see other basketball and football related artwork just daily on my feed is very helpful as I can draw inspiration from literally anything. I mean, you can draw inspiration from literally everything, but I think your number one source is going to be other artwork, especially if it's like a similar, I guess, facet of design. But I mean, yeah, like literally, it could be, I don't know, from a half tone in a corner or a grunge texture or something. Anything can really spark an idea, a textile or anything like that. But exposing yourself to as much artwork as possible is going to be my number one recommendation, I guess, or suggestion. Um, as I said, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest. Pinterest is also a great application which I find is actually very underutilized. Um, but man, they have so much stuff on there. I think if you're looking just to get started, I guess look up like sports design. It's very generic, but you'll be on your way with that. You can go through it for a couple hours, and you can like pin stuff and make your own folders, and it's really cool. And so yeah, that's something I started about a year ago. Started doing about a year ago, and it really is a great source for inspiration because it pulls from all other sites. It pulls from Instagram, Twitter, Behance, Facebook. It literally pulls from just the internet as a whole. And so you're literally getting everything from all the sites on one platform. So it's pretty big. So another thing is if you're in a slump, I think well, at least what I do personally, I would recommend just to keep working through it. I find like I'll sit down and make some hot garbage for a couple hours, and then I'll be on to something, and then I can get off my feet and start rolling. But I think like don't be I guess uninspired while making some garbage. We all do it. Be willing to scrap artwork. Don't hold on to things that don't really have a high ceiling, I guess. Sorry about that. But yeah, I would also recommend to take breaks. I don't do all my designs in one sitting. Some people can. Obviously, it's to each his own. But yeah, I think for me at least, being able to get up, go do something for a couple hours, or maybe even come back the next day and continue working on it. I'll see something differently than I did the day previously or the hours previous to where I'm at now, if that makes any sense. Just get a different point of view, or you don't realize like how much better something can be until you see it with those alter revisions. Um, yeah, so I mean, always be willing to try stuff. I mean, you can always delete it, but if it works out, it'll stay. So that is good. Another thing is just to look up on YouTube. There's tons of videos on Photoshop. Look for channels that just have different techniques or textiles or anything really. Just double exposures. How to do anything really, and just you could play it off. And you got to be creative as an artist. It sucks, but that's what we got to do. Sometimes the creative juices aren't really flowing, but that's what this is for. Just try and help you build that up. So looking at really anything new or just anything related to what you're doing can spark an idea. And honestly, as an artist, you can get inspired by anything. Like you go outside, see a bird in the sky, and I don't know, you could think of how you can incorporate that into a design or a stop sign or anything really. Another good thing is that I find at least is watching like sports highlights or sports games. Being involved in those sports gets me, in the mood to make a design or something. Like actually, literally like 5 minutes ago, Leonard Fournette was traded or not traded, but was signed by the Buccaneers. That and the fact that football is what like a week and a half away, that that gets me in the mood to start creating, man. Basketball playoffs are picking up. It's perfect timing right now. The off season is a pain in the ass for literally all of us, so Yeah, but I mean, during the season, we gotta enjoy what we can. Yeah, so another thing I would suggest is to not make it a job if it isn't one. By that, I guess I mean don't force yourself to work or do this if you don't want to. You know what I mean? Be willing to take a break, um, whether that's for a few days. Like as of recent, I started posting more so weekly. Whenever I used to try and post every other day, and I just love the idea of building my profile through the roof, followers wise, likes wise, all that stuff. I was really into, I need this post to get above this amount of likes for me to, be happy, I guess, with the post. I wasn't really focused on the artwork, more so the engagement. But I found that as I stopped worrying about that stuff, my artwork has gotten significantly better, and I'm still getting more, either honestly more likes, comments, things like that. So quality over quantity is something that I used to preach but not practice. And I would recommend doing so because no one's going to care how really consistent you are on your portfolio because, on your portfolio they're seeing everything at once, and the quality of artwork will be much more important than how much if you have a bunch of mid artwork. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so just that's pretty much all I got, man. This is like a hard topic to cover, because as I said earlier, to each his own. Like it's hard to suggest how to get out of a creative slump. But just to go over things a little bit again, social media, Pinterest, be able to, just actively look, be involved in sports, be willing to take breaks, you know, try different things, and just be involved with what you're doing. YouTube, I'll drop a couple channels below that I recommend. One of the guys is Steven Van. I think there's one called like Daily Photoshop Tutorials or something. But like I'll have the links to those below. But yeah, man, they're really helpful to see different styles of or how to do something different in Photoshop that you've never done before, and how it can spark an idea as to how you can incorporate that into a design. Um, for something different than I guess it was intended, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. All my socials will be in the description. Leave any comments or message me on preferably Instagram or Twitter, and I can get you guys some feedback or I don't know whatever you guys need really. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So, preach.